So are we going to extend also our invitation to President Duterte since he is not already the president? And
In fact, nandiyan pa yung mga pulis mismo na sila yung pumapatay doon sa mga kabataan natin.
If they write a letter explaining the reasons, then the body can consider a lot of things. So most likely, we will cross it when we reach it.
Yes, Congresswoman Castro.
this is just a manifestation, Mr. Chair. And I know naman this Quadcom would like to have this accountability, no? As regard to the EJK, etong Pogo, atrocities, at iba pa. While we are talking about extrajudicial killings about the dangerous drugs, imamanifest ko lang din, Mr. Chair, pero this is for your perusal, for your action, the Quadcom. Dahil, Mr. Chair, related sa extrajudicial killings, yung mga patayang naganap sa panahon ni President Duterte, tungkol doon sa mga aktivistang mga pinatay. At ang dami niyan at naka-refer yan sa Committee on Public Order and Safety. At alam namin, Mr. Chair, sa Makabayan, related din ito sa human rights violations. 18 Congress, we have been submitting several House resolutions about the extrajudicial killings of activists, individual din na nadamay no, doon sa mga operations ng PNP, ng AFP, Mr. Chair, sa panahon ni Duterte. Can you, Mr. Chair, can you take cognizance then so that this could be referred to the rules for proper action, Mr. Chair?
Thank you, Congresswoman Castro. Yes, of course, the committee will take cognizance of all the measures, privilege speeches, House resolutions that will be referred to this Quadcom. In the meantime, since most of these House resolutions have already been referred to a different committee, may we likewise and resolutions to write to the chairperson of the committees to where your resolutions were referred initially, so that we will not violate any provision of our rules before a change of referral will be done. Because this we can do that as soon as possible, so that the committee, the Quadcom, can immediately take cognizance of all these resolutions.
Chairman, if I may, no?
Okay,
Because that is
Congressman Fernandez.
yes,
and then Congressman,
it was mentioned by Congresswoman Franz Castro that it was referred to Committee on Public Order and Safety, and I believe it was already tackled on the first, second reading na ba yan, or ano? Have we discussed that in the Committee on Public Order?
Wala pa, Mr. Chair, yung mga EJK,
And,
human rights violations ng mga pagpatay sa mga activists. So nirefer sana namin ito sa human rights. Isa lang yung responsible dito na nagbigay ng policy. Kahit sa EJK ng mga sa ating mga EJK sa sa dangerous drugs ay isa lang din yung tinutukoy na responsible. So are we going to extend also our invitation to President Duterte since he is not already the president, and he should answer the queries that we are going to make from him, di ba? Kasi si Senator Bato, so meron tayong invitation, and kung mayroong parliamentary courtesy, what would be the attitude of this Quadcom regarding President Duterte, Mr. Chair?
okay, thank you, Congresswoman Castro. The invitation sent by the chair of the Committee on Human Rights in the last committee hearing they had still stands. As I mentioned earlier, whatever actions and rulings made by the chair in relation to the issue that the Quadcom will be tackling still stands. And meaning the invitation is still extended to the former president.
Mr. Chair, follow up. What if hindi siya pumunta? Anong gagawin natin? Kung hindi siya pupunta, ano po yung gagawin natin?
well,
Are we going to have, like syempre yung rules natin, like yung bibigyan natin ng show cause order, contempt, are we going to use that procedure, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, can I interject, Mr. Chair?
Okay.
Before we answer siguro all the questions, I think we have to approve the ground rules first of the Quad Committee bago po natin may sagot yung mga iimbitahin, what are we going to do?
Okay. If the Congresswoman Castro would allow the chair to go on first with the with the agenda for today's hearing as requested by our Vice Chair, Congressman Fuentebella. But let me just answer the question raised by Congresswoman Castro. You know, the House of Representatives respects and gives due courtesy to a co-member, a co-legislative body member, meaning whether he's a senator or a congressman, the tradition of interparliamentary courtesy exists. And the committee wishes to recognize that. Sa invitation sa ating former president, it is up to the former president if he refuses to attend. Again, anybody for that matter that we wish to invite will likewise be extended courtesy. Of course, as to the next action after the courtesy is extended, then the committee must rule and approve whatever actions we wish to take. In other words, for the Senator Bato and the former president, courtesy and in deference to the former president, he should be given likewise courtesy. As to the next action, then we will have to decide on it when we come to that point. Now, since there are no more...
If I may, Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
please.
And as a ma-
Congressman Fernandez.
And as a matter of courtesy to those personalities, we have to consider a lot of things as well. There are a lot of options that can be considered. And as a matter of fact, before going to the proper procedure of trying to have issue a show cause order or a subpoena, we deem it right that with the approval of the body that we need to have a lot of options. And along the way, we will find one without hurting yung relationship, no? But of course, at the end of the day, it is the member who will move for the invitation to those personalities. So let's exhaust muna yung possibilities that mag-explain din sila. For example, if they write a letter explaining the reasons, then the body can consider a lot of things. So most likely, we will cross it when we reach it.
The committee secretariat is likewise directed to coordinate with the Committee on Rules and the authors to where these resolutions were referred initially, as well as the privileged speeches that were also referred to the different chairpersons. So, in order for us not to violate any rules that we have agreed and adopted in this 19th Congress, COMSEC, you are directed to coordinate with the Committee on Rules with respect to the change of referrals of all these speeches and resolutions.
Okay, Mr. Chair,
Yes,
may also
Congressman
say something.
Manuel.
Yes, Mr. Chair, konting remarks lang as author of several of the measures referred to this joint committee, ang Quadcom po natin. Yours truly is an author of House Resolution number 14, ang pag-investigate po dun sa mga EJ case under the War on Drugs. House Resolution 1847 na nagsisik din ng pagbubuo ng joint committee. Tsaka meron din po tayong House Bill 10525 na bill po natin na gusto ding iban ang mga pogo. Tayo din po ay member ng 3 out of the 4 committees, Public Order and Safety, Human Rights, tsaka sa Dangerous Drugs. And at first, Mr. Chair, nung una nga talaga, ang initial na perception ng mga kababayan natin ay hiwa-hiwala yung mga issue na ito. Usapin ng pogo, yung sa drug war killings. At ngayon, Mr. Chair, mabuti at nauungkat na natin talaga na ganito pala yung mga iskema na nangyari noong nakarang administrasyon. In fact, nandiyan pa yung mga pulis mismo na sila yung pumapatay doon sa mga kabataan natin. Tapos may mga indicators nga as mentioned sa mga press conferences na pinanggamit para bayaran yung mga pulis, para gawin yung mga patayan ay pogo money pa. Tapos may mga personalities ng past administration na involved naman pala sa illegal drug trade at andyan pa yung mga unlawful transactions to make all this possible. Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kung meron tayong ilang mga gusto talaga nating maungkat dito, yung una, yung pagiging peke. No? Kailangan nating ninipeke yung drug war ng past administration. Ginamit ito, yung pagpatay sa mga mahihira bilang cover-up na yung nangyayari palang drug war ay war laban dun sa mga kalaban sa nasa ibang linya ng drug trade. Ganun pala yung naging iskema, kaya hindi natin talaga natumbok yung mga big names dun sa drug war. Sunod, Mr. Chair, common yung role ng police sa lahat ng mga ito. Kaya naman, in these grand, horrible schemes, kailangan yung mga top police officials ng past administration dapat ay dumalo. Kaya Mr. Chair, standing, I believe, yung invitation natin kay former PNP Chief and Senator Bato de la Rosa to answer questions. Mr. Chair, in terms of interparliamentary courtesy na gusto niyang i-invoke para hindi siya dumalo dito, we would like to inform him na merong president na ang isang member ng House of Representatives nga ay pumunta mismo sa Senado nung maimbitahan, former Kabataan Party List Representative Sara Ilago, dumating sa isang investigation. Which means, kung ang isang member ng House ay nakakapunta sa Senado to attend investigations, what exempts a senator na pumunta dito sa atin para din sumagot sa ating mga tanong. Pero ang ginagawa niya, Mr. Chair, kung ano-anong mga diversions, he even uses the platform of the Senate at pati yung resources ng taong bayan, Mr. Chair, for his diversions habang hindi siya dumadalo dito. Kaya, if he truly cares about Filipino families, if he truly cares about the welfare of young people, dapat umattend siya, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair. So clarify lang po natin na dahil ang invitation sa kanya ay galing sa Committee on Human Rights, I would like to clarify kung standing pa rin po ba na nung binuo na natin itong Quadcom, ang invitation sa kanya ay nandyan pa rin. Yan lang, Mr. Chair, for clarification.
Okay, thank you for that lengthy manifestation, Congressman Manuel. Answering your question tungkol dun sa standing invitation, yes, the committee recognizes that one of the member of the Quadcom has invited former Chief PNP and now Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa in one of the committee hearings of the Committee on Human Rights. And since all the activities and rulings of the chair of the Committee on Human Rights has now been forwarded to the Quadcom, we will take cognizance of the actions taken by the committee chair. And to answer your query, yes, the invitation still stands. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Congressman Fernandez.